All right, so I got to show you something just before we begin into the video. I promise it'll only take a second, but if you guys have been watching like the master set updates that I've been doing a little bit, so I added 2 more to the list. Now, obviously, there's a lot that needs to be done yet, but look at all of these binders. Oh my goodness, it's going to look so good when it's done. I'm just trying to do a couple every day, but if you see like a couple weeks ago, I showed off like how I'm doing it, and I'm keeping them in their box here, but then just taping the checklist to the outside of it. Like here's Plasma Blast. I did 2 more today, and my goal is basically to do 2 every single day, or put together 2 every single day. Obviously missing a lot of pieces. There's a lot of holes in them, but that's okay. We'll get through them a little bit at a time. I picked up a ton of stuff at Card Party, so that'll be in a video coming up soon, so I'll be able to show off that. So very excited for the progress that we're making. I started Mysterious Treasures today and Arceus. There's a lot that's missing. So really, I just have a lot of the commons and uncommons, missing a lot of reverse hollows and missing a lot of ultra rares, but we will get through it. Today's a big day. First of all, it is 4th of July, so happy 4th of July to all of you out there. Thank you to everybody who has served. Like 4th of July is a great holiday. Means a lot, obviously, so happy 4th of July to all of you. I hope it's safe. I hope it's fun. I hope you guys are doing exciting stuff. Today's also a big day because we're announcing the winner of the Destined Rivals Master Set. So we're giving away an entire Master Set of Destined Rivals. One lucky winner gets to take home this entire binder right here, which is absolutely sick. Huge shout out again to the unlucky collector for putting together all the etch work and everything on it. It looks amazing. He does beautiful work. He sent me something for Black Bolt and White Flare. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm really excited to look at it. So we're just going to do one Master Set giveaway for Black Bolt and White Flare. It's just going to be all the cards, like all the cards together in one massive binder. It's going to look beautiful. But we have to give away this one right here. So I have to announce the winner right now. And that winner is, it's Flores. It's Flores. So I'm going to put it right up here in the corner, right here where my head is going. It's Flores. Congratulations. You are the winner of a brand new master set of Destined Rivals. Super stoked for you. I just need you to email me, dannyphantumpcontent@gmail.com. I'll just need to verify everything. I can send over your account information to YouTube and get everything verified, and then I will ship that out to you. Very excited for you. If you didn't win, like I said, Black Bolt and White Flare, we're going to do another master set giveaway, and that's only in a few weeks. So make sure you are hitting that subscribe button, or you are subscribed to the channel, and we will put that together and give that away, this month in July, which is really exciting. And then we move into Worlds. There's just so much going on. I'm so crazy excited about all of it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to a card show this upcoming Saturday in the morning. Going to record some content there. I'm just really excited. Going to go out to a few stores this upcoming week and really start digging into this like new venture. If you watched yesterday's video, I kind of talked about it. I want to talk about Prismatic Evolutions today. So this is going to be like the last video that's this style a little bit, where it's very presentation based. I want to have graphics kind of floating in future videos. So stay tuned and keep letting me know like what you guys think. Like that's obviously really important. Constructive criticism is great. Feedback is great. Even if it's just, Fanny, you look good, dude. Like I appreciate all that. But I want to talk about Prismatic Evolutions because right now Prismatic Evolutions is getting crushed for a multitude of reasons. A lot of people are asking like, hey, Fanny, when's the best time to buy cards? I think we're getting close, honestly. Like I really do. I think there's going to be another drop of product, obviously, in September. And then after that, it's really difficult. So if you're somebody who's really into Eeveeloutions and you're somebody who's really into Prismatic Evolutions, it's obviously a tough set to open, right? It's very difficult to pull what you want. I think Pokemon just kind of dropped the ball. Like they were expecting these Master Balls to be a big hit, kind of like what they were in 151, and it didn't resonate well with collectors. They really missed the feeling of illustration rares. So looking at like Pokemon 151, for example, was the first set that we had that had these Master Ball reverse hollows in it. And Pokemon 151 also had illustration rares. So it's not like you only got one Master Ball in Pokemon 151 in a booster box, but you also pulled a handful of illustration rares, which made it feel like you were getting more, and then that Master Ball was just kind of special. You're still getting a Master Ball reverse hollow in the same amount of packs, so it's like 20 packs or close to 20 packs as far as pull rates go, but it's not the same design, and there's no illustration rares to kind of fill in the missing. So there's just a lot of blank dud packs. And yeah, they have Pokeball reverses, which is kind of cool, but when you have a hit rate, a pull rate for special illustration rares of like 1 out of 72 packs, and there's 30 special illustration rares in the set, it just feels so painful. You're opening up all these packs trying to chase down a special illustration rare. I think people are just burnt out from it. Like, they're just sick of it. They're just tired of it. And they're just tired of finally finding Prismatic Evolutions. Like, picture this. You finally go into Target and you see, holy buckets, there's a booster bundle of Prismatic Evolutions sitting on the shelf. Or you wait in the Pokemon Center queue for so long and you finally get your hands on a couple of Prismatic Evolutions booster bundles and they ship it to you. You open up 6 packs and you get nothing. Or you open up 100 packs, or you bite the bullet and you're like, fine, I'll pay $100 for an Elite Trainer box, and you get nothing. Or you get a Master Ball, you don't get any special illustration rares, or you open up 5 or 6 that you paid close to market price for and you get 1 special illustration rare, and it's like the Wellspring mask, and you're like, man, this stinks. Like, I still haven't pulled anything. Like, that automatically brings things down and people get burned out. And then you fast forward to the next set, which is Journey Together, and a lot of people really start liking the pull rates because it's a smaller set, it's more concise, pull rates are still the same, but you have to open up less packs to get that Chase special illustration rare or Chase illustration rare, and the fact that there's illustration rares in it make it feel a lot better. So I think a lot of people are kind of burnt out from Prismatic Evolutions, and that's why we're seeing this dramatic drop in prices as far as singles go. Not only singles either, we're actually seeing the drop in prices as far as sealed product goes a little bit too. There's more that's becoming available. Now, I do think it's going to go back up. I do think Prismatic Evolutions, like, now's the time you really want to keep looking around as much as possible, because Pokemon has done a good job of reprinting, redistributing, restocking all of the Prismatic Evolutions product. But when it comes to singles, it's something that I think we want to start paying attention to. So I'm going to flip you guys around. We're going to go back to a little bit poor quality again, but we'll get through it together, and then things will improve in the future. So let's take a look. So this is kind of where we're at right now. I'm going to breeze through these slides pretty quickly because you're probably already very familiar with what's going on in the Pokemon card market as far as Prismatic Evolutions goes. But you can see Elite Trainer boxes starting to drop a little bit. Now, they have creeped back up because we did get a couple restocks of them. Now, I wouldn't necessarily call them reprints because it's more of a restock, but the big problem with these being restocked right now, especially when it comes to distribution, is you're getting charged more as store owners. So store owners, I can't speak for every distributor, but I can speak for the distributors that I'm working with. You're getting charged about $80 per Elite Trainer box, and that makes it very hard for it to dip below $100 and continue to go down. Because if you're a storefront, such as myself, who likes to charge MSRP or as close to MSRP as possible, if you're getting charged $80 wholesale price from distro, and then you're like, well, it costs $10 to $12. Like, we offer free shipping at $100 on our website. It's very difficult right now because USPS continues to raise their price points. UPS continues to raise their price points. Like, I don't know if we're going to be able to continue hitting that point this upcoming July because of the increases that we're experiencing. But when you factor in $80 wholesale plus $10, $12 to ship something like this because it can't go, under a pound, it's over a pound, you're looking at like a break-even point of like 90, 94, 95, somewhere around there. So selling at $100 is, you're making a few dollars. Like right now, sitting at $108.86, obviously way too high because the set is only 6 months old. Like, it just came out 6 months ago, but it's very difficult right now when restocks come around. And like I said, that's why I think people are kind of backing off a little bit because they are feeling the burnout from Prismatic Evolutions, and that's why it's so important to just keep looking at big box retailers, at these new vending machines that they continue to put up all over the place. Has dropped about 19% over the past 3 months. It's continuing to climb a little bit, but I think if people keep waiting and keep backing off a little bit, I do think Pokemon's going to continue to put more out. Remember, Hidden Fates, we had like 3 different print runs of Elite Trainer boxes and a multitude of print runs of the tins as well, and then they were kind of mass produced at one point in time too. So the last Elite Trainer box print run of Hidden Fates was fairly large. It wasn't large enough to really satisfy demand and bring the prices down, but it also came so much later. So if we get a decent sized restock of Prismatic Evolutions later this year, maybe we'll get back to the point. As long as there's enough product, like that's the problem right now. Distros don't really have enough product to be able to offer other things out there. So they're charging closer to market price for these products that they're finally getting in because as soon as Prismatic Evolution sells, they don't have anything left on their shelves either. So it's like this perfect storm right now. So I would still chill on Prismatic Evolutions. Obviously, Black Bolt and White Flare is coming out soon. Here's the Pokemon Center exclusive one right now. This one's down 36% over the past 3 months. Obviously, there's been a few print runs of this as well. I think this was the 3rd one that we recently just had, so a lot of people are being able to eat, and what that's doing is that's bringing the price on the secondary market down. You can see more and more quantity of sales that have sold at the point where these restocks have come in, starting to drive the price back up a little bit, but this has dropped down to $217.70, which is still really expensive, but down about 36% and continuing to fall. If we look at booster packs are consistently dropping, and as long as more and more product continues to hit the shelves, and I'm not talking about every product, I'm talking about the products that have the most amount of bang for for your buck when it comes to packs in them, like those booster bundles and like those elite trainer boxes. That's going to help things out a lot. So you can see the beginning of April, it was sitting at $13.84. It's down to $10.57 right now, which is just above its 3-month low of $9.78. So it's down about 18.69%. So almost 20% that it's fallen. Might go back up a little bit. Really just depends on how much more gets put out there. But I would never recommend buying at these prices. This price is just too inflated. You talk about $10.57 to open a pack. I haven't ran the fun cost of opening a Prismatic Evolutions booster pack right now, but I would assume it's probably close to that $5-6 price point with the price of singles and how far they've come down. So that means every time you open up a pack, you're on average expected to lose like $5 right now. So I get it. You could pull that $2,500 God pack, and that would be amazing. But statistically, stick with something else. That's the best recommendation I can give. Here's the Umbreon EX, as some people like to refer to it as the Sunbreon. But April 6th, it was sitting at almost $1,450, like $1,452. Dropped 28.5% now over the past 3 months. And this is interesting. A lot of people who are talking about when should I buy. So if you remember when Evolving Skies came out, and if you don't remember, that's fine. Maybe you weren't around at that time. But Evolving Skies came out. Booster boxes were below MSRP. They started out fairly, not cheap, but they're like $120, $130, somewhere around there. So a little bit below MSRP. MSRP at the time was $145. Singles started out a little high and then fell. Started to climb a little bit. A second print run came out and they fell a little bit more. And then a third print run came out and it fell more. So we are, 6 months into the release of Prismatic Evolutions. You got to figure they're going to print this set for about a year and a half. So now's the time where you really want to start paying attention and be like, okay, well, what price point am I okay buying this Umbreon EX at? Knowing what pull rates look like, knowing how difficult it is to pull, knowing that this Umbreon EX is substantially more difficult to pull than the Umbreon VMAX Alternate Art, you got to think eventually it's going to hit a certain point where it doesn't, I've talked about this before. Pokemon cards have a floor, but they don't necessarily have a ceiling. It will burst through a ceiling and continue to climb, but it won't get below a certain point. So let's say this drops down to $700. Is that the floor for this card? And that's really up to you. That's why it's so important to stick to your own budget. You want to see how far this card drops a little bit, because as Prismatic starts washing up a little bit, drying up a little bit, then you're going to start seeing this kind of creep up a little bit more, because people are going to be like, well, I'm not going to buy Prismatic anymore. I'm just going to focus on other sets. I'm just going to bite the bullet, buy the Umbreon, and you're not looking at this large quantity of sales, which is what's driving this price down, because it's a race to the bottom. If you're only looking at a couple copies being sold on a regular basis, it's really just trying to time the market and understand, okay, well, when am I okay paying this price? Because I guarantee you don't want to have to pay that $1,452, and it very well could get to that point again in the future. Here's the Flareon EX right here. This one's down almost 43% over the past 3 months. It started at $337.65. Now it's sitting at $193.24 and continuing to fall. Same thing with the Glaceon, right? The Glaceon's down over 32%. A lot of these cards that we're going to look at are down 30-40% over the past 3 months, and they're not overly liquid. A lot of people are holding on to their copies, and the people who are selling them, they're just not moving as fast, because I think a lot of people are being patient, like they're doing the right thing, which is really, really good. They're just waiting for something to kind of change a little bit, maybe more prismatic, maybe they'll get lucky and open it up on their own. But basically what that means is these prices are going to drop to a certain point, and then eventually they're going to start creeping up a little bit. So patience is important, but it's also important to remember that if you do miss out, then it's got to be okay to miss out. Like, set your budget and be like, okay, well, I want this Glaceon, but I only want it at $150. If it gets to that point, I'll buy it. If it doesn't get to that point, I'm going to miss out on it, and that's okay. Like, that's I think the point that we all need to get to when it comes to some of these cards. So $340, now it's down to $223. The Palafin EX, which is really cool, but was bought out and manipulated at one point in time. I actually got screenshots from a Discord that was purposely targeting this card, which was absolutely crazy to me. So this was at $119 at one point in time. Now it's down to $61, so it's almost lost 50% of its value over the past 3 months. Relatively consistent as far as liquidity goes. You can see one blip here where it sold about 16 copies, but I think that was TCG Player sale day right here. Otherwise, you're looking at 2 to 4 copies that are selling on a daily basis. Here's the Eevee EX right here. This was at $233. Now it's down to $141. So this card has dropped almost 40% over the past 3 months. The Pikachu EX Gold card, this hyper rare, not doing as well as the one from Surging Sparks. Hyper rares and Prismatic Evolutions are not doing well at all. So this card was $72.48 at the beginning of April. It's dropped all the way down to $34.08, and now it's sitting at $35.49. So it's lost over half of its value over 3 months, which is crazy. Raging Bolt, very cool looking card, beautiful special illustration rare. Another card that's lost almost 45% of its value. Beginning of April was at $155. Now it's all the way down to 85.60. Here's the Leafeon EX right here. This one was at 468.95 at the beginning of April. Again, another card that's lost 39% of its value down to 283.68. So this card is getting crushed. Espeon EX also not doing well. I know 30-40% may not seem like a lot, but that's a lot. Like if you look at your net worth right now and you lose 40% of it over the course of 3 months, you're going to be like, holy buckets, what's going on here? April 6th, this card was sitting at 425.74. Now it's down to 286. So this one's lost almost 32%. Jolteon EX, this one did get bought out a little bit, it looks like, on May 30th. You can see just this random amount of sales that happened where 35 copies sold. That was not the TCG Player Day sale day. And you can see, other than that, usually it's only selling 1 to 2 copies on a daily basis. So not a whole lot of sales. A little weird on this one, but it still has dropped 27%. So it was at 331. Now it's down to 228. The Cerulege, another really cool looking one. It's got that Giratina from Lost Origin vibe to it. Beginning of April, it was sitting at 223. Now it's down to 109. So that's lost half of its value, down about 51%. And the Dragapult, another really cool one that's down 41%. So this was at 179.75. It's dropped considerably all the way down to 106.70 and continuing to fall. So a lot of special illustration rares in Prismatic Evolutions are tumbling right now. A lot of sealed product also falling because they are doing a good job at Pokemon to make sure that they get more out there. Probably not enough yet. You may have not seen any yet, which I understand can be frustrating, but you got to hold to your guns here, stick to your guns, and just not pay above MSRP. I understand it's frustrating. It's frustrating as a store owner too, to be like, hey, I'm getting charged $80, right? But the only way it's going to get better is if people stop buying at those higher prices and just kind of chill and be like, okay, well, I can't find Destined Rivals, or I can't find Prismatic, I'm going to switch to Destined Rivals. If I can't find Destined Rivals, I'll buy some Journey Together. And as long as you're not buying, like, stick to the hobby. I get it, but find you're happy, stick to buying at MSRP. These things are it's gonna fix a lot faster than anybody would expect. Like right now, it's just a lot of people are struggling to get distro. A lot of card shows. When I was at Card Party over the weekend, seeing all these people have all these products, and a lot of people coming up to me saying they don't have distro. Well, where can you get your products then? Well, you got to buy them from. You're buying them from a store then. Like that's what's causing a lot of issues right now. So if you stick to your guns and just, hey, I'm gonna buy singles as they fall, but I'm not gonna buy above MSRP. Like I think healing is happening. It's a little bit slower than what we would like. So I hope you like the content. If you do, please hit that subscribe button down below. Obviously, like I said, things are going to change a little bit. We're going to go a little dark next week as we continue to morph the content a little bit more. I had a lot of great feedback on my video from yesterday. I'm not going to change the information. The information is still going to be there. I just want to change the way that I deliver it. I want to make it a lot more engaging, make it a lot more fun, easy to understand. So that way we can kind of understand this all together, get through it together. I think that's going to be more relatable. Yeah, I think that's one way that I can start doing better and growing with you guys. Like that's what's important to me. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a comment down below, leave a like, share the video, share the channel. You guys are awesome. I love you. We'll be back soon with a new video, a better video. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Until next time, peace.